moving right along, we are back. It's still Poet the Poet. Before I bring on our next guest, I want to mention a few very important items. We're very proud of our magazine here, Medicinal Purposes Literary Review, which is one of our companion projects here for Poet the Poet, along with all our opens, including places such as the Back Fence, which is where we're sitting in. And also, I'm going to take a brief second to brag about my own book, Zen Yent is in Bondage. A few copies are still available, so don't be shy about asking in. And now, another treat for you, Michael Howley, who was born in Ireland and came to New York by way of Jordan.
Yes. Yeah.
Jordan?
Jordan.
You mean,
not Jordan, Jordan in the Middle East. Yes.
You mean Amman and all that?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I lived there for.
You were a librarian and a teacher. Did you work in English or Arabic or both?
I worked in English, but I worked in an office where.
Currently an editor and a proofreader and a writer of note, and he's got this very interesting note in the bio here, which I want to grill him on for a moment, which is he took Crime and Punishment and Wuthering Heights and turned them into short stories. Michael, why?
Well, this is New York. I mean, you have 18 minutes or 15 minutes, is it? Or, I was doing summaries, you know.
I see.
It was hacking. It was. Or
vivisection.
Or vivisection. Yes. Yes.
Actually, it occurs to me the way the subways run, you can actually have time to read the entire Crime and Punishment in one trip.
In the original. Yes.
In the original. Yes. Let's see. You've been in a number of literary magazines in Ireland and Wales and in the U.S. And you have a chapbook out, The Painter's Dream, put out by 3 Mile Harbor.
Yes, it's a small New York magazine run by Anne Catcher, and occasionally they put out a chapbook as one of the issues, so the subscribers get a chapbook. It's also for sale, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let's. Why don't we hold this up? Hold up your book and preen a little. There we go.
There we go. Preening.
Very nice.
Preening.
Okay, and you were going to give us a sample from The Painter's Dream.
Yes. Your gaze was like the sun, reached deep inside, persuaded the first buds of the flower of courage to unfurl. I settled on that chair differently. My body took its place, alike a jaguar on his accustomed branch, and Guy Fawkes boneless in his tumbril. Your gaze was like the sun, reached down inside, persuaded the tight buds of the courage flower to unfold. My body settled differently, took hold. The rain falling straight down in sheets, the rain rising softly to the roots. I was the rain.
Okay, I should have brought my umbrella.
Yes.
Jonathan, are you ready for the rain?
Sure.
Let's see, you're also, by the way, going to be in an anthology from the Poetry Collective at the Writer's Voice.
Yeah, this is a writer's group that I'm in at the Writer's Voice. And
if I remember correctly, that's the Upper West Side Y.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, on 63rd Street.
And they've been around for 150,000 years.
Right. They run a lot of writing programs there.
When did you drop into the poetry racket?
That's a good question. I find it was the editor who put together a lot of the poems in this, and she's put prose work and poetry. So I've been writing for a long time, as long as I remember.
I mean, surely you were writing before the editor discovered you.
Yes, I was writing.
And her name again was?
Anne Catcher. She's
from Rye, no doubt.
From Rye, not from. Sorry,
couldn't resist. Character flaw. Okay, would you like to do another poem?
I might. This one is called Last Dance. This is the moment of perfection. Attend it closely. You are dancing. The music is reaching deep inside. Your whole body is saying yes. your eyes are closed. When your eyes open, the woman in the sky blue gown is moving to the same music. You are both barefoot. Her limbs, the folds of her dress, are swirling questions, are answers. She is deep in her own dance. Between you is coming into being the dance between. This is the moment of perfection. Attend it.
Attended, or Jonathan, as an educator, will mark us all absent. All right. Would you say that your travels, coming from Ireland through Jordan and whatnot, has given you anything in the way of a different perspective than if you had just been born in, say, Canarsie?
Well, yes. When I came to this country after, say, living in the Middle East for 7 or 8 years, it took me a long time to acclimatize to the fact that this was now the center of the world for me. And yes, it's been,
but
been good.
What I'm curious about is, all right. So with that, we can postulate that at the time Jordan was the center of the world.
Right. Yes.
What's it like having a country like Jordan as the center of the world if you're not from there?
Yes, it's actually, in terms of writing, it was interesting because that was the time when I lived there, was the time when I really felt that I needed to send stuff out to magazines and try and get in touch with the English language world. So being in a situation where my native language was not being it was good pressure for me in terms of writing.
Oh, so the writing was a result of a sense of isolation.
Well, I don't know what the writing was a result of. It came from somewhere.
Well, the writing itself, in turn, has a result, and that's the poetry. So how about another poem?
All right. This is a New York poem. One night, a number of years ago, some of my housemates liberated some architectural features, I think we'd call them, from a building that was being demolished in the neighborhood. So it set me thinking about other recyclings. This is called Plunder. On our stoop, 2 capitals, one carved in granite, a slender column, pilasters, traces of old mortar still in place. As if the street were water, as if the barges from the galleys had just unloaded.
Okay, and now I'm going to spring a little surprise on both of you. We're going to have a quick slam. Just like they do in places like the New Eurekan, and it'll be Jonathan and Michael. So all you folks at home can hold up little numbers after the poem. You can write in with your numbers. I promise that we're not going to do anything with it, but you can write in. And anyway, we're going to have our quick mini slam here. So, Jonathan, you can read a poem.
Okay. Okay, this one, I guess, fitting for the wonderful spring that we happen to be in. This is called The Peach. Deep within the howling mist of this Epicurean winter, I grasp an unwashed peach and raise it to my lips. Its moist, sinewy texture, divisions of ripe flesh, soft, dewy, fuzzy crevices. The pale sunlight has aged you, releasing you to me. Sweet yellow morsel, picked clean off a fertile branch. Am I worthy of your tenderness, frailty, innocence? I take a bite. Your sweet golden radiance drips down my neck, rests within my navel. I engulf the remaining skin, ingest your endocarp, so when spring arrives, I too will have fruit to offer.
You said a fuzzy, dewy crevice? We had one right here a minute ago off camera because the back fence cat has been eating my poetry. Well, we've been listening to Jonathan. Okay, now everybody score Jonathan. And now we're going to have Michael again.
Well, I'll just concede the sensuousness prize to Jonathan there, because I'm going to read... This poem was written when I lived in Jordan, and I worked for a short time on a Neolithic archaeology site in the desert. And the Bedou in the poem are the Bedouin. Analysis. We clear the stones to understand the site. Some passing Bedou ask our driver if there's gold. Where there was pattern, we leave a cold order. Spoil heaps, trenches, piles of stone. We take with us understanding.
All right, now everybody at home, score Michael. Write down your figures, add them up, and divide by 3. Is the answer 12? Of course it is. Now, Michael, you've traveled the world. You've got the painter's dream out. Here it is again, in case you missed it the first time. What are your future plans?
What are my future plans? I'm planning to spend a lot of time this year writing. I'm working on a long project, and I'm superstitious about it, so I'm not going to say anything about what it's about.
What, no clues?
No clues.
Should we play 20 questions, Jonathan? Is it bigger than a bread box, but smaller than the Odyssey?
Oh, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Well, that's good enough for me. How about another poem?
I don't know how we got on this world trip thing, but we're on it. So
Well, you put it in your bio.
yes,
so there
that's
we
right.
are.
That's right. I'm responsible. During the 70s, I was in college in Cork, and then I was in Jordan in the 80s. And shortly after I came to New York in 1980, late 89, it seemed, the rest of the world was at war with an Arabic country. So this I wrote during the Second Gulf War. Elegy, February 21st, 1991. Here, now, New York, purple tulips in a bowl, their gills distended in the candlelight. A masque after the Navajo. As I count, my blessings come and go. And Cork, the quays, the Grand Parade, the shaky bridge still stand. Let it be so. Further east, Basra, dissolving in the firestorm.
So in the 70s you were in Ireland. In the 80s you were in Jordan. The 90s you were in New York, probably the most challenging environment of all. And in the new millennium.
You're going to ask me about the millennium.
The new millennium. Where? Zanzibar?
Zanzibar.
Tahiti? Borneo?
Somewhere with spices, yes.
Rockland County? Okay, how about one more poem for Fare Thee Well?
All right. This is a poem that remembers my grandmother and my father. She was my mother's mother, who used to walk about 3 miles to Mass every morning in the west of Ireland. And since our house was next door to the church, she would come in for breakfast. So it's called November, and it should be here somewhere. Oh, it's got a Latin tag on it as well. November. Ne absorbeat eas Tartarus, which means lest hell swallow them up. Something in her that he liked. Admired, I think, her hardiness, walking down from Bunnacrana in all weathers. Her grit rather than her piety, never missing Mass. Getting her breakfast, marshalling, put on an egg for your grandmother, clearing her a space at the kitchen table, waiting on her, almost. Of his impatience, I never saw a hint with her. Quickly, run, don't leave your grandmother standing outside in the cold. Neither was he less himself with her, his closeness to the earth. None spoke to her so plainly of calving or the afterbirth. On Lexington Avenue the other night, in the Church of All Souls, while Fauré rewrote the liturgy, The dead came forward, one by beloved one, and said goodbye.
Well, thank you, Michael Howley, for coming on Poet the Poet, and thank you, Jonathan Winnell, who is now inspired to leave the country himself, and thank you for watching. See you next time.